Red Tells depicts the story of the Tuskegee Airmen, the first black men to serve as military pilots in the United States Army during World War II. These men crafted a very distinguished record in that they did not lose one bomber plane to enemy aircraft fire during the war. There were senior officials in the War Department who were segregationists, who did not want black officers in the United States Armed Forces, who did not believe that black men were capable of flying aircraft. There'd always been this idea that black men did not have the courage and the ability to fight as their white peers did in combat. They continued their lobbying efforts, and they did get a big break when Eleanor Roosevelt visits the air program based at Tuskegee Institute in Alabama. And through her efforts and the campaigns that the NAACP led by Walter White were waging, finally Congress forced the Army Air Corps in 1941 to create an all-black unit. I believe that Nazi soldiers started referring to the Tuskegee Airmen as the Blackbirds, or it was something of that nature, to suggest that these were men who were comfortable in the air. These were not men who would run from an attack, but they were willing to stay there and they were willing to fight. So the movie is a depiction of the experiences that Tuskegee Airmen encountered as they served abroad. Most of the incidents in the film are based on real events. I remember the scene where one of the Tuskegee Airmen decides he's going to bomb a train. There was many stories of Tuskegee Airmen helping the war effort by strategically identifying enemy trains that were bringing supplies to enemy lines. I think that George Lucas and the producers of Red Tells did a great job of presenting the challenges, the struggles, and the successes of the Tuskegee Airmen. I think the movie is historically sound, and I believe hopefully that audiences will take away from the movie this idea that World War II was about making the world safe for democracy, but World War II was also about African Americans mobilizing, and it was in part because of the work of people like the Tuskegee Airmen and their brave service, their courageous service, and their exemplary record in combat.